Right. So can you just kind of take me through your morning? You said you were with your dad. It was 10:30 in the morning, just kind of
Yeah.
driving down the road, and then what do you see? Just take me through the whole morning.
Went to the bank, stopped at the gas station on New Road, drove down towards the apartments, and it was a little girl running, not on the road, but next to it. And I have a 9-year-old daughter, so it didn't look right. So I pulled in immediately and just kind of called her over to me and said, hey, come here, what are you doing? She said she was allowed to be outside and that her mom doesn't mind if she was going to play. And then she said she lets her go outside. She didn't have shoes or a coat on. It was chilly. So I said, let's walk. Do you know which house is yours? And she said, yes. Well, she didn't. And she said it's way down there. I didn't want to put her in the car. So I went to walk. It was too far. So I put her in my car and tried to point out. She didn't know. I went around back. I was hoping that somebody would pop out. After 20 minutes, I called the police. So that
Right,
was...
and you were telling me at first you kind of didn't want to call police because you wanted to see if this 4-year-old really just knew. She might have been right outside
Things
of her
happen.
house.
Yeah, she could have just been outside. A mom in the back. I mean, we let our children out to play. That's not unusual. Kids do get out. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, after 20 minutes, it was kind of I expected somebody to peek their head out and say, hey, where are you at? What are you doing? And nothing. And that was disturbing. That was upsetting. Where's she at? What's going on? Who is this kid? She couldn't find the red curtains she was looking for. I mean, then it kind of got anxiety kicked in. So, but I called the police, and once I said the name, it was oh, okay, we're, aware.
Right,
and I was like, oh.
Did the police tell you that they have also been called here a couple times?
Yeah, they informed me. And the little girl she was a sweetheart. She even said, will the police be nice? And I mean, it looked like she knew what was going on in terms of, what was going to happen. So, but it was upsetting. The police seemed to know and okay, this is the chance. Something needs done. And I don't think it was abuse. I mean, the little girl was happy, content. I mean, she was talking about her toys. I think she's very loved. She said she seems to adore her mom. I got to talk to her for a little bit. But I think it was a neglectful situation and that she got outside and wasn't being supervised for whatever the reason may be.
Right, and you were telling me kind of at that moment when you saw her near that busy stretch of road, motherly instincts automatically kick in.
Yeah, it doesn't look right that it was, she wasn't playing in the front yard. She was running down the road and too close. And then the thought process of the next best thing would be an accident. If somebody decent and with the best intentions doesn't stop, the next best thing would have been to get hit by a car rather than taken. I mean, it was, and another lady did stop. She, slowed down and said she had turned around and do you want me to call the police? And I'm glad you stopped, but it just didn't look right. And when things don't look right, you know what I mean? The best course of action is to say something or do something. And so I stopped, and that's why. I mean, a kid on the side of the road that,
and
didn't
as
look
a mother,
right.
it just kind of hits you.
Yeah, your gut instinct is your best. I mean, when something doesn't look right, feel right, it's not right. So, and this wasn't right, and maybe this little girl, and the mother will get whatever they need, whatever, services or whatever's going on, because something's going on for it to be a couple times.